I have pretty much every part I need to effectively diagnose and troubleshoot why I just cannot run a Prime 95 stress test with this system. I have the RMA motherboard here. I have the existing NVMe drive. I have the existing 11600K. And now I have two kits of memory. This was the first kit that was in the original system. So I'm going to be able to effectively troubleshoot why I just cannot run a Prime 95 test and I get instability. So the computer crashes, blue screens, and I end up having to restart it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unbox the RMA motherboard and we're going to put it on the test bench. I'm going to reinstall all the internal components you see here, and we are going to see if we can replicate the issue, make the issue come back. Alright, so we have some good news. I was able to run a stress test for a significant amount of time without a blue screen or instability. Because earlier, before I RMA'd that motherboard, I was getting, I wasn't even able to run a stress test on Prime 95 for any period of time. Like within seconds there would be instability. So I kind of want to check to see, by removing all limits in the motherboard's BIOS, if I can still do the same. But that's going to heat up the CPU cooler like you wouldn't believe. Let's go ahead and take a look. So one of the things I forgot to do was enable XMP. So I did that off camera and reran the stress test. Everything's stable. I just wanted to make sure that that was the case before we went in and removed all limits. Alright, so we're now booted back into the operating system, and I don't think this test is going to be able to run for any extended period of time. I'm probably going to have to intervene fairly quickly. Let's get our real temp up here. There's our real temp. It's nice and cool down here in the basement. We're going to run small FFTs. And let's see. Let me get it focused in here for you. It's actually doing better than I thought it would be. But this is an unrealistic workload scenario, so you're not going to see this when you're gaming. If you have an 11600K and you just want to game, the Montech Air cooler is totally fine. But some people requested this on my YouTube channel. They wanted to see this, and yeah, so now we're hitting 100C on one of the cores. What I'm actually going to do next is just I'm going to stop this test, but more importantly, what I'm going to do is see if I can tune the voltage and bring down the temps and increase the multiplier. Let's see what I could do. So I was able to tune the voltage down to 1.4 volts, and I upped the multiplier to 50, which brings this up to a 5 gigahertz boost. And you can see here that the temperatures are significantly different than when the multi-core enhancement was enabled. It must have had like a really high voltage, but right now the temperatures are so much more reasonable that it just goes to show you, if you want to get some more performance, you can absolutely do that with less energy, and less energy means less heat.